आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मेस्तु तदात्मनि निरते य उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ May all my limbs attain strength. May the body, the mind, all the sensory and motor organs and the life force become perfected, efficient. All is verily the one without second, ever blissful, ever perfect, luminous, conscious existence itself, called Brahman. May I never negate Brahman. May the Brahman never reject me either. May all the virtues necessary to experience the Brahman, all these virtues which are spoken of by the scriptures, be with me. Om, peace, peace, peace. Let us feel this truth of one without second, ever perfect and blissful Brahman by this simple exercise of going beyond our form and corresponding name. Let us feel that I am an ice cube in a huge pile of ice cubes. I identify myself with a particular shape, particular size, weight, etc. I get a name also to identify. I see all other ice cubes different from me. I connect with some of them as my parents, my siblings, my friends, some others as my competitors and enemies. Most others are unrelated, but they are others, not I. I consider myself to be better than others. I take pride in my appearance and my qualities. But I see I am changing. In the warm weather, the ice cubes are all melting. Who am I? Not the changing shape or size or weight. All other shapes of the ice cubes, they are also changing. And I start feeling the intrinsic oneness. In all, I am losing my mistaken identity. Yes, I am one without second. Only the one existence pervades all all the apparent differences of ice cubes. There really was never a difference. I am all pervading, one without second. Being all, I am bliss itself. I have no wants, no birth, no death. I am eternity. Om, peace, peace, peace. So let us begin the 169th, actually 170th class of Bhagavatam. 169 are the classes that are in this series I have given. One was given by Adi Maharaj. So it is, let us begin with our opening chant. Recite as loudly as you can. जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थेष्वभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि. That from whom creation, sustenance and dissolution of the universe take place, who is both the instrumental and material cause of it, who is omniscient, is the only one having self-mastery, being the one independent entity, who illumined the mind of Brahma with the Vedic revelation, whose wisdom is the wonder of even the greatest sages, in whom the world of the three gunas subsists, just as the combination of materials like fire, water, and earth subsist in their causes without changing their elemental nature, in whose consciousness there is nothing false. On that truth supreme we meditate. So the purpose has been described here very beautifully. The purpose is to meditate on the truth supreme. Truth supreme is the goal. God is truth. Truth is acceptable to everybody. God, there is debate whether God exists or does not exist. But truth, yeah, everybody respects truth, everybody agrees truth. So, and what is the truth? If you look deeply, that is what is God. So, supreme truth, the word supreme is very important here. We had discussed that before a few times, that there is the relative truth, and which are contextual, means what time you are at, what place you are in, what kind of person you are discussing with. That is the context in which certain things are true. That, for example, uh, if a person is drunk and then is talking nonsense here, there, so although that person may ask you something, you don't really have to respond, because it is just blabbering. I went to see one devotee some time back, and then was in the hospital. And then I was told that, well, she has a delirium and she talks all sorts of things. Uh, do not pay attention to that. And as soon as I entered, she started telling me, go away, go away, go away. It is, and that is not that she really meant that, but it is the delirium. So, in that context, my response should be according to that situation. It is, if somebody asks me whether it is morning or evening, I will reply, well, it is evening. But that is in this context. In Australia, it is morning. So that is a contextual truth that it is evening here. So it is according to the place that you are in, according to the situation in which the question is asked. Like I tell that story that I called the doctor's office, and they naturally, just to verify the identity, they ask your date of birth, and I told something this January this, and then the attendant asked which year, and I said, oh, every year it is the same. That is true, but not in that context. What was that? And then that person at the other end of the line was struggling how to rephrase the question. No, no, I mean, when were you actually, which year you were actually born? So I could have said, if I wanted to delay and make more fun, oh, I was too little, I didn't know when I was born. So, but that is not the context. So I told the year and so forth. So it is, thus, they are all contextual truths. In what context? That it is, for example, in the world of, say, talking about computers, it is, you say, this is mouse. That doesn't mean the critter that runs about, that is a different kind of mouse. So, now all these relative truths, they a situational, contextual expression of the absolute truths. By this is the process of abstraction, that all our science, or in actually all our education, means going from a particular to general abstraction, and then from general to particular. This is now that these are particularized truths, but there is when you remove the particulars, then you go to the truth supreme, which is true irrespective of the context, which is true in all situations. It is this supreme truth of which all the relative truths are the expressions. So it is like there is how you see the space in this body, space in this hall, space in this city, space on earth and beyond earth, and space in the whole universe, whatever. Thus you come to the abstract idea of space that is everywhere. So the truth, one must see this is the supreme truth, and we meditate on that. And the question, natural question that would come, why should we spend our time in meditating on the supreme truth? Hmm? Why, Ivana, why should we meditate on the supreme truth? Huh? Get liberated. What did you say? Yeah, to get liberated. And we do not want to be in bondage. And then when we are caught in the relativities of life, we are bound. What Bertrand Russell says, the bondage of here and now. Hmm. The very nice expression, here and now means space and time. That is the bondage. But when we meditate on the supreme truth, we start feeling that we are beyond all space, all time, and that is we are getting liberated. Also, we become happy. All that we are seeking in life, isn't it happiness? We seek happiness, and we can realize that happiness only when we experience the supreme truth. All happiness lies there. Otherwise, there is absolutely no happiness in this world. One must remember this, that uh, uh, that is why we get frustrated in this world. It is actually, it would be surprising if we don't get frustrated. Getting frustrated is not a surprise. Why so many people suffer because of depression? Why so many people get depressed? Actually, why not everybody gets depressed? That is the question. Everybody could get depressed because there is nothing that actually is real here. We go to get something, and we get only the reflection. Will it not be frustrating if you look in the mirror and then you see that there is a smudge on your forehead, and naturally you want to wipe it, but if you therefore take a napkin and start wiping it on the mirror, what will happen? How long will it take to get that smudge out? What, Raji? Huh? It will never get, because it is not there. Will it not cause frustration or depression? You keep on trying and trying and trying. Uh, is this much there or not there? Well, relatively it is seen, so it appears to be there. It's a relative truth. Is there smudge or not? Yeah. But actually, is it there? It's not there at all. And therefore, this we keep on looking for happiness in this world, meaning in our life, go to all sorts of things. That is like trying to, you see, put napkin on the mirror to remove the smudge. So it may remove the dust on the mirror, but not on your face. So it is That is why we feel frustrated. It is when one is young. Swami Vivekananda says that when one is young, then one feels, yes, after some time I will feel happy. Now I am young, I have to achieve many things. So, but once I finish my PhD, and then I will be so happy. Do you think, Ashutosh, like that? No. It is, well, yeah, it is because you see the life of so many who have done PhD already. Are they happy? What, are you happy? Huh? Huh? I don't know. Yeah, you keep on then say that, okay, right now, I don't have a permanent job. Uh, so when I get that, then I will be happy. Look at those who have so-called permanent jobs in this impermanent world. Are they happy? No. Somebody says, let me get from coming from India, let me get my green card, then I will be on the top of happiness. No, well, those who are citizens here, are they happy? They also are not happy. So, therefore, these are all frustrating situations when you become gradually old. Then you feel, oh, the life is wasted and nothing is gotten. It is very depressing. And Vivekananda says, therefore, the old age, very nice definition. Remember, what Charlie, remember this definition of old age. He says, it is a heap of shattered dreams. Old age is a heap of shattered dreams. You had lot of ideas. I will do this, then I will do this. I will go to this Kilimanjaro and climb there, and so forth. I will do all such wonderful work and make the whole world full of happiness. Oh, it is not going to happen. It is so. The only way one can become happy is when we experience this truth supreme. And this is the aim of Bhagavatam, to make us see the truth supreme. And the way that this class of scriptures go about this business is to tell the truth through stories about God and make us feel the love. The faculty of love is being invoked in this kind of scriptures. There are various types of scriptures in Hindus. In fact, Hindus are in a way unique in that. We have three categories of scriptures. One is the philosophy, like the Upanishads and to a great extent Bhagavad Gita. They are called therefore Shruti, that they are impersonal, and so that is, they tell the truth uh, without bringing in any personality, without having a reference to particular place or time. They are universal and eternal truths told. Then there are the how to put this truth in our day to day life. Who has time to read all that philosophy? Who understands? Very few. In our library, who goes and opens the books of philosophy? There are plenty. But only the dust particles seems to like those. They are good if somebody has insomnia, then that will help to cure that. Just read a few pages, and then you will start in first page. Then second page, the head starts a bit reeling. Third page, you never know what happened to you. So it is because that is not meant for almost all regular people. Very few people can go through that. But others also want to lead a religious life. They want to know the do's and don't do's. How should I regulate my life so that without going through all this philosophy and whether God is one or God is three and all that, I don't want to go about that. So tell me, what should I do, what should I not do? These are like the manuals, like operating manuals. Now, millions and millions of people buy cars. Now, how many of them understand the theory of heat engines or how the cars move, the laws of all that? Nobody understands. They don't want to care about it. If that had been the condition that everybody must understand this engineering and the physics that has gone into making the car, without that you cannot buy it. Well, the sale of the car would have been within thousands. How many understand that? But actually, that is not needed. What you need is an operator's manual. When should I change the oil, or what other things I have to take care of, and so forth. That's enough. And that is called smritis. That kind of text, the scriptures are called smritis. And then there are the third layer is called Puranas, where the truths are told very effectively, but through enchanting stories. Because stories are loved by people, although it is all fantastic, it is fantasies. But we like to read them, we get absorbed in them. See how many read Harry Potter, how many read Kant's this thesis on pure reason. Hardly anybody. And you hardly find a person who has not read Harry Potter or not seen the movie. And how enchanting! One little girl had come here, uh, and then she had that book with her. And all the time she was here, she did not pay attention to anything else. Even eating, the book was in the hand, the food, as if what is in the food, no idea, was just getting into the mouth. Because that absorbs the mind. Stories absorb that. And these stories can be, this technique is used by the sages, therefore, to tell the stories. That is called Purana. I remember I was in India those days when that serial Ramayana was being shown on TV. It is, you were too little then. Yeah, it is, or might not been born also. It is uh, so so popular. Ah, nobody would be seen on the streets then. Everybody would be glued to the TV. Many people, very few people those days had TVs. It was not that everybody had TV. Very few would have. But they would go to neighbor's place, and neighbors also wouldn't mind. Mm. In every home you would see about, from neighborhood, 40, 50 people sitting there, uh, and watching it with great, that devotion. uh, that the actor, that Rama, would be seen, and people would be doing pranam to that Rama, to that Sita. Actually, I did myself too. It is not because why, if there is a picture, you do pranam. This is a picture. So, what I mean is that is so enchanting, that is so attractive, and that the feel of the divine, and you get it. Our lives are governed so much by feeling, very little by thinking. Forgive me, but we are not really worthy to be called intellectuals. Hardly anybody's life gets guided by intellect. Even if you can say I am intellectual, very few. There was one Buddha, one Shankaracharya, they could be called intellectuals. And they had lot of other things in them too. So, but ordinarily we get moved by feelings and emotions, very little reasoning. Do you eat ice cream before first reasoning? No, it is you like it, so you go about it. That's all. It is the life is therefore more glued to feeling, and these uh, great sages therefore use this these stories to inculcate the great ideal of realizing the supreme truth through these stories. And before we closed for the summer, we were discussing the end part of the wonderful and devotionally so illustrative and instructive, the story of Prahlada. The ideal of devotion is Prahlada. It is, and we saw that whole story uh, in great details. And now the last part of it was told when we were concluding. So we shall briefly look at that and go to the next part, most probably in on the next Friday. So this is the first idea that Prahlada tells God. What happens is that the God, in the form of uh, a man and lion, mm, the head and all that was that of that lion, other part was man. So that kind of Narasimha. So uh, he killed the a demon Hiranyakashipu, and then uh, he asked this Prahlada, "What boon do you want? Ask anything. I am God. I am capable of giving." And the Prahlada says, "Well, I don't want anything from you. The love of a devotee is not a love of kind of bargaining, that I love you if you give me this. All the other loves in the world are kind of bargaining. Interdependence is there. This is that he told Prahlada tells it is not the love between the subjects and the king. They are interdependent. The king has to pander to the taste of the subjects to have control over the people, and people also have to they love the king. Long live the king. Why they are interested? Because, well, from king they can get something. Otherwise there is no really love lost. It is only the according to the what I want, I get that from the king. And so king is respected, and the king also sees that if I give to the subjects what they seek, my position will be secure, otherwise I will be kicked out. So therefore it is pure love. There is that is based on the identity. Why God is alone the object of true love is because God is my true nature. Mm. I love myself. Actually, through the love for myself, I can love other things. All love is actually the love for myself. You may love your spouse, but what? My spouse, you would say. And there is I put in it. My spouse, my parents. Again, I is put there. Ah, my siblings, I is put there. My job, my opinions, they are very much loved, like our brain childs, very strong. People hold on to their opinions with such a strong adherence, not even to their other biological children, because these are their thought children. So, mm, my opinions, my country, and so forth, all that is my. So what it means is I is put in it, and therefore it is loved. So the what is again the same technique of abstraction. You apply and you get. So the source of love is this self, the divine in me. That is my true nature, is what is being loved, and that is God. So it is told, uh, and so Prahlada says, if you are bent upon giving a boon to fulfill any desire of mine, then please grant the boon that no desire for any boon arises in my mind. Uh, my salutations to you, O the most supreme being. So that is what is asked. It is difficult, to actually have this state. Uh, some desire comes up. It is, we say that, oh, I don't want anything. I will go and just ask for nothing. Will say, God, I don't want anything. I love you. Friends, it is not as simple as it looks, because although at the conscious level we don't have any desire that can be told about, the subconscious is full of so many things. And when you see that there is a chance for their fulfillment, a desire would come. It is said that if one goes to, there is a very famous place of pilgrimage in India, that Jagannath Puri in Orissa. So it is said that whatever desire is in your mind will get fulfilled if you go there and pray for it. Uh, but if you have no desire there, no desire comes to your mind, then you get liberated. But some desire or other comes up. You may not say that. You will not be able to express that verbally. But some desire comes up, so you don't get liberated. And there is that very famous story in Holy Mother's life, very illustrative, that one devotee would always go to Holy Mother, and Holy Mother would give that devotee prasad, take prasad, and he would eat it. Then some said to him, why do you not ask Holy Mother God realization? That let me realize God, she can grant it to you. You go to her every day. Why don't you ask her? So one day the devotee decided, I will do that. Uh, Goes to Holy Mother, but could not say that, looking at Holy Mother, could not utter that I want God realization. Holy Mother looked at him a bit sternly. And what do you want? And then all bundle of nerves. Prasad. Okay, take it. Because it is, we can, when there is no possibility of fulfillment, we can say that I have no desire. Mm. Yes, it is. Prithvi would certainly say, I don't have desire to become president of United States. I see terrible situation that they get themselves in. I don't have the desire. But suppose you are actually put in that position, one may say, okay, no, no, this is an opportunity to serve the nation and so forth. So let me give it a try. It is like that. So they no desire should appear. There is a in Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, an incident is there that Lord asked Narada that what is your desire? You can ask any boon. What do you want? And Narada says that let me always keep on repeating your name, and may I never get deluded by the uh, world bewitching Maya of yours. Lord said, okay, granted. Any other boon? Narada did not say anything, did not ask for anything. See the poetry of this. That means the boon is granted. That Narada is not asking for anything now. That he said that no Maya, no your world bewitching Maya be with me. And the effect of that not having, being under influence of Maya is no desire will arise. Ah, so this was a test. God then that asked, anything else? No, no desire comes. So the first boon has been granted. So this is the uh, thing that Prahlad asked. So now the man, lion, God said, yes, true devotees will not hanker for any boon. Yet I bless you that you will be the head of the demon clan for one age. Ah, that it is now in Puranas, in the stories, nothing happens, minimum time scale seems to be 50,000 years or 100,000 years, like that. They meditate. Nobody meditates for, say, 1 hour. No, it seems they meditate for 10,000 years. So it is, so one age, whatever it may mean. So it is means a long, long, long time. You will be the head of this demon clan, and then uh, you will have me in your heart, and you will spread the glory of devotion all around, and you will ultimately attain to me as your karma is over. Now, this is being given by God to Prahlada, not his choice. He did not even leave the choice to reject it. You have to do it, because this is how you will be able to spread the glory of the devotion of to God. Work. They see, if you are in a room by yourself, anybody can say, I am a person of great devotion. Who has seen that? nobody. So one can say, I am a person of great devotion. When the test comes, when you are working, when you are working with other people, when you are interacting with hundreds of people, especially when you are an administrator over a whole kingdom, now comes the test. How you do these works. The knowledge must become expressed in your actions. Then only it is true knowledge. It is, oh, that person is a very good singer. Ah, I see. Come on, sing any recording. No, he never sang. So, what is the meaning of being a good singer? There is no meaning to these things. It is when expressed in work. That is how the God teaches that they work like, and thus people see that as Sri Ramakrishna's that hymn by Vivekananda says how Sri Ramakrishna worked. Krityam karoti kalusham kuhakantakari snantam shivam suvimalam tava namanatha. That krityam karoti, you that really did all this work. How, what? Kuhakantakari, that destroy the darkness. This is how they, when a person works like that, then the knowledge becomes dynamic, living. And that becomes the teacher. It is Swami Vivekananda said about Sri Ramakrishna, I saw the Upanishads walking around, eating, talking, and all that. It is, it is only then that the knowledge can be seen, understood by people. Since Prahlada's birth, Prahlada's incarnation was for this uh, spreading this devotion and knowledge in this society. So he was told, don't you live like that, express this knowledge in all the works that you are doing. So, this is, and do it till your karma is over. So, this is the karma yoga. Uh, then, uh, this conversation, is going on between King Yudhishthira and Narada. The original conversation was between Shuka and Parikshit. So Bhagavad also has many, these stories, within that story again a story. Then and different teachers have told Bhagavatam differently. So all this, so this is conversation that started with the question of King Parikshit to Shuka, that how these those who were having such demonical propensities, these kind of evil tendencies, and they were all the time inimical to God. Although inimical to God, how God gave liberation to them. And then uh, Shuka said, let me tell you an incident that after Rajasuya sacrifice, uh, Yudhishthira was having conversation with Narada, and at that time Narada told him this story of how this constant remembrance of God, ah, even as a demon, it is uh, it is that changes everything. It has to be even as enemy. So it is uh, that it is the uh, constant remembrance of uh, God even as enemy. It is as what is happening, the remembrance of God basically. As enemy doesn't matter if it is constantly being done. Why then should I not take up that path? The point is, you will not be able to do it constantly. You will not be. It is very most difficult to be inimical to what you consider as God. Being inimical to God, then what happens? Constantly remembering God. It is your mind goes to your enemy more than anything else. If that is why it is told that before you start, you sit for meditation, uh, fill your mind with love to the whole universe. Say that I have no enemy. Because if you have an enemy and you sit for meditation, the mind will go to that enemy. How should I be doing? It is all the evil thoughts will come centered around the enemy. So the meditation will be on that. It is very powerful meditation. Only thing is we cannot do it on God because of the idea of God. We are afraid then of God. But one therefore has to be completely free from fear. To take up enmity with God, is it easy? It is, one has to be fearless. It is, and to sustain that is almost impossible. You take up enmity with God when something very unpleasant and disturbing happened in your life, then for some time you become inimical to God. One lady stopped coming here. Why? Nothing bad here. But then one her daughter suddenly passed away. Now she felt so sad. Why God did this to me? Why should God do this to me? And I will be now inimical to God. God is my enemy who kills my this dear daughter. But that didn't last too long. She understood soon, fortunately, that it is so with God to continue with the enmity is not easy. So God probably does something that is according to her mind, and then everything becomes so nice. So now Prahlada then requested man lion God to bless his cruel father. God granted that. Uh, and then this was, Brahma. The whole story began with this Prahlada's father, and the dreaded demon Hiranyakashipu. He uh, wanted to be, ruling the whole universe for infinite time, like becoming a god. So he therefore performed lot of austerities. eh. Then because of his austerities, things in the world were being thrown all haywire. So Brahma came to, to propitiate him. Hey, what is that you want? Come on, tell me, what do you want? Hmm. Then he said that Hiranyakashipu, I don't want to die. Make sure that I don't die. Brahma said, sorry, that is not within my jurisdiction. Hmm. Ask something that is within my jurisdiction. It is otherwise they tell in joke. Somebody, a drunk fellow said, "Okay, I will be selling you Washington Bridge," as if it doesn't belong to you to sell. No, so it is. Brahma said, "Oh, sorry, it doesn't belong to me." Okay, then make such arrangements that what I should not be killed on earth or water or in the skies. I should not be killed either by a weapon or a missile. I should not be killed by a man or an animal or any or celestial being. I should be, nobody can kill me in the morning or evening or night, not any of this time during the day or night. Nobody can kill me. And all these boons were granted. So then he thought that he is now fundamentally, basically, he is about death. But then, so God had to therefore devise a very special form to kill this fellow. He took man lion form, neither a man nor an animal. uh, he killed him right at the dusk time, neither day nor night. Killed him, taking him on his lap, neither on earth nor in the skies nor in the waters. So, all this, uh, but he said, hey, don't give such thoughtless boons to Brahma. See, I had to take so much trouble, therefore, to kill him. So, Brahma kind of agrees, and that is thus Vishnu's doorkeepers. This is the first part there, that Vishnu's doorkeepers Jaya and Vijaya, as per the curse of the sages, became born first as Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. This is that story that these four sages, Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanatana, and what is the fourth one? Eh? Sanat Kumar, thank you. So they went to Vaikuntha to see Vishnu, and these doorkeepers, Jay and Vijay, made some satirical fun, and so they cursed these two. Hey, you are not fit to be there at the as the doorkeepers of Vishnu. You are being now, therefore you will become demons. That is what your nature is. So they begged forgiveness, and then they said, okay, for three births you have to have the demon form, and God will kill you. So this was the first three, Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. Then second will be, then they demons, that it is the Kumbhakarna and Ravana. That is the next two. They were killed by that Rama. And then Shishupal and Dantavaktra, they were killed by Krishna. So then these they were liberated. We shall continue the discussion. We shall conclude with this chant, and then if you have any questions, you can ask. निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुर्हो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः. O devotees, quaff, quaff to intoxication this nectar of the fruit of the tree of Vedas, flowing from the mouth of the great sage Shuka and mixed with the ambrosia from his words. Any question? Yes, Charlie?
Here, my subconscious defeats my goal. So what should I do about that?
Ah, you said when you are not here. Don't think that your subconscious is not there when you are here. Here also it happens, but less because of the circumstances they subdue it here. But what you should do then, carry this atmosphere with you. Uh, keep this company with you. Be here as much as possible. Mm. It is our life is guided by how and what situation we are in till we become very firmly rooted. Otherwise, see, our thoughts, they go differently in different situations. It is here you are thinking of one thing, then when uh, you go to your oasis job or in the shopping mall and you meet some other friends, the thoughts go in different direction, the conversation changes, the thoughts change. Yeah, so therefore, this is how the practice of devotion should be continued, whether you are here or whether you are elsewhere. Gradually, you will succeed to overcome those things. Yes, okay, she has a question. Our Joan.
Yes, I was wondering, Maharaj, you spoke about the subconscious.
Yes.
Can a person's subconscious be understood better through dreams?
Please, last word I could not get.
I'm sorry?
The last word I could not get.
Dreams.
Yeah, subconscious gets sometimes revealed in dreams. But again, the meaning of the dreams becomes very unclear, very hazy. Uh, it is it is the Freudian theory very good that in that as far as it goes, that that in the dream our waking state regulators are not working. So subconscious uh, things, they get a chance to come up. But even otherwise also our subconscious is working, and therefore we do many things which consciously we did not do, but somehow we did it. Why? Because there was the subconscious at work. Subconscious forms in almost all people 99% of the total psyche. Only 1% is at the conscious level. Remaining 99% is submerged. But submerged does not mean that it is inactive. It is very active, only you cannot see that it is acting. It is like when the soldiers are shooting the enemies by being in the bunker, in the those what is it called? They dig the trenches. So they are in the trench there inside, and then so the others cannot see, but that doesn't mean the soldiers cannot fire the enemies, they can. So similarly the subconscious is always there. We are not conscious of it, that's all. That like those people are not able to see where the bullets are coming from, who is firing. We don't see anybody there. So it is, we don't see where this thought erupted, how this came. It is many things that are governed in our life are rooted actually in subconscious. Yes, Adi Maharaj has a question.
Hi. This question is about directing emotions. Like we were speaking about um, Hiranyakashipu directing anger. And also, we see, I think it was, I read from Tapasyananda,
Hmm?
said that the gopis directed lust towards God, but I'm wondering, because when you read the account of that, it seems more like just this desire for conjugal love, and also like lust is for something physical. So how could you even, um, hold God in mind and have that at the same time?
Yes, this is all emotions are to be directed to God. Uh, it is, one has to start with those devotions which we can think of about God. Now, for many of us, we cannot associate lust and God together, and therefore it will be difficult to. So, direct all other emotions first, then direct lust also. Let, like they say in, I was told that when you are appearing for exam, like in high school and all, that there will be so many questions. Some you will find difficult. So don't worry about those. Those which are simpler, you first finish them and then take up the difficult ones. So directing lust to God is a bit difficult job for us. And so, therefore, first the other emotions, let them be directed to God. And then tackle how the lust can be directed to God. Yeah. Any question on the web? So let us conclude with the closing chant. मुकुंद माधव गोविंद बोल केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल मुकुंद माधव गोविंद बोल केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण बोल कृष्ण कृष्ण बोल कृष्ण कृष्ण बोल कृष्ण कृष्ण बोल मुकुंद माधव गोविंद बोल केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल केशव माधव हरि